Hello and welcome back to Hari's Academy. In the last session we have seen how classic load balancer works. Now we are going to see a demo on application load balancer. So before going to learn more about ALB, which is application load balancer, we are going to see how it works here, right? So there are different options here, like it works on layer 7 here. Earlier we have seen about classic load balancer, which works on layer 4 as well as layer 7. So here how it works, ALB, it works similar to this kind. So we already seen in classic load balancer, we have attached few EC2s to particular load balancer, right? Like it looks like this, correct? So we have attached two EC2s to classic load balancer. Whenever request goes to classic load balancer, it spins across these two web servers based on the load. Now application load balancer works little different. So it has something called as target groups. Okay, so very important topic here, which is target groups. So we can set some target groups which will be collection, again logical collection of all the EC2s. Okay, now if you see earlier there was nothing here in the classic load balancer. We are directly connecting all the EC2s to this particular load balancer. Here what will happen is, like, we will have a load balancer here and then we will have target groups, and we can route to these particular servers or web servers based on some conditions. Okay, there are a few conditions called as path based routing, then we have host based routing. There are different options here. We are going to see a demo on path based routing. So what is path based routing here, right? So if you have logged into amazon.in earlier, so you would have seen when there are different categories in it, correct? So categories would involve electronics, okay, electronics or apparel or kitchenware, right? So there are different categories. We have it in amazon.in, but so my requirement here is, like, whenever my URL will be like amazon.in/electronics, okay, it should go to a few set of EC2s. Suppose two EC2s I have designed for it. So my application is there on that. Now another load which is like amazon.in/ suppose I'll go with kitchenware, right? It should go to another set of 3 EC2s which I had on my system, right? So 3 EC2s we have. So this is like based on the path which we are giving it here. It should go to few EC2s, or based on this path it should go to another few EC2s. So it looks like this, similar to this. So when I have I have 2 EC2s already created in the last session itself. In that I had web server 1 and web server 2. So I have created already Apache. In that I will go to cd/var/www/html, okay, and then I will say cat index.html. It will say web server 1 here, right? The similar way, when I go to my second EC2, right, I will go to cd/var/www/html, and then I will go to cat index.html. It will show me web server 2, right? Now what I am trying to do here is, my path is same here in both the cases, but here if you see index.html is different. This is index.html, and here I will say index.html/image. So what I'll do in the web server 2, in the second web server, what I'll do, so here we'll say only one EC2, here we'll say one more EC2. So this is like first EC2 or web server 1. Okay, here I'll use only index.html here. So now my image would be like, my URL would be like this, application load balancer URL, okay, URL, which will go to index.html by default, index.html, and it should go to the first web server, and then the ALB URL with index.html/image should go to the another EC2, which is web server 2, right? So what I'll do, I will create an image, or I'll download an image in this second web server, and then I will try to see whether this image is getting populated properly or not. So based on the URL path, it should go to either web server 1 or web server 2. This is called as path based routing. Earlier we have seen in classic load balancer, it is just like it will go to first web server, second web server in a round robin fashion. Here, based on the URL which we are giving, the condition on that, it will go to either web server 1 or web server 2. So let us see this how it works. So to get an image from Ubuntu server, because we are not using any browser here, we use wget command, wget, and then I'll give URL of the image, URL underscore image. So what I'll do, I'll go quickly to google.com, okay, and then I will try to grab the image of google.com logo. So this is the image. I'll go to copy image address, right click on it, and then this address I am going to give it here. So in the second web server, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use wget command and get the Google image, right, Google logo. And so to create an image folder, I'll use make directory command. So I'll do mkdir and then I'll say image. So now I'm going to second web server. I'm already into var/www/html. Now I'll create a directory called mkdir/image. Okay. When I click on image, now I'll go to ls-la. Now I can see this directory also created, image. Now what I'll do, I'll go to this folder cd/image, cd image, change directory image, and then I will use this wget command to get the image from Google. So I'll quickly right click and then click on enter. Now what it will do, it will download that image. Just because we have internet connectivity, it will download that particular image and then we are good to go. Now I'll do ls to see the image. Image name looks very big, right? So what I'll do, I'll copy this image, I'll rename it to another image. So to do that, I'll use mv command, move, and then I'll copy this one, I'll select this and do a right click, and then I'll say google.png to remember easily, right? Let me do that, rename. Again I'll do list and I can see now it got renamed to google.png. Now what I'll do, I will do the same thing. I'll create a target group for everyone. So the first target group will go to index.html, which will go to EC2 1. Now I'll remove all this. In our demo, we will have only one EC2 here and one more EC2 here. So the target group 1 will have index.html, which is the default setting, and it will go to first EC2, and target group 2, which will have /image/star, which will have any image name, it should go to EC2 2. That is what we are going to see it here now. So let me go and quickly create. So we have already created the EC2s in the previous session. So we'll use the same EC2s. Now what I'll do, I'll go to load balancing and I'll go to target groups. First I'll create 2 target groups and then we will create a load balancer, which is called our application load balancer, right? Now let me create a target group here. I will select the instances and I'll say target group as tg1, target group 1. I'm not going to change anything here, and then I'm going to say next. Here I'm going to select only web server 1 because default it should go to web server 1, right? I'll say include as pending below and then I'll create a target group. So now this instance is added here, target group 1 is created. Similar way we are going to do target group 2 as well. I'll give it as tg2 and then remaining options I'll keep it as it is. Go to next, select web server 2 which has the image of Google. I'll click on include as pending below and then create target group. Now I have created 2 target groups. Now next step is to create a load balancer. I'll go to load balancer, create load balancer. Earlier we have created classic load balancer. Today we are going to create application load balancer. I'll click on create and this is for layer 7 and I'll give the name to it as application load balancer demo, ALB demo. Here I'm not going to change any listeners here because this is HTTP, it looks good. Now we haven't discussed about the subnets earlier, so let us select all this for now, and in the upcoming sessions on networking we'll definitely learn more in detail about VPC as well as subnets. Now what I'll do here, I'll add security settings. Again the same thing, I am going to use SSH and HTTP here. I'll configure routing, remaining things are same. Now here whenever we are creating a load balancer in application load balancer, it should be going to default settings. So what we have decided, the first default setting would be it should go to web server 1. So our URL will have index.html which will directly go to web server 1. So this is the default setting for us. So I'll have that same setting here. and then I will click on, I'm not going to change anything here. I'll say target group as existing target group. I'll select this TG1 because that is the default one. Again, the health check, again we can say, we can see what are the health checks we have, unhealthy threshold, timeout and all, so many other options are given. We'll go to registered targets now. So this is the only target which we had because we have selected TG1, it selects instance 1. I'll click on review and then click on create. So what we have done, we have created a application load balancer with the default settings which will go to web server 1. Now in the listeners tab, if you go, you can see this listeners, right? This is the default forwarding to target group 1. Now what we have to do, we have to do one more, which is to like slash image should go to EC2 2, right? That we'll try to edit it here. We'll click on view or edit rules, and then we will edit it here using plus symbol. I'll click on insert rule. Now what is our condition? Our condition is the path based routing, which is whenever my URL has slash image slash some name, then it should go to web server 2. So what I'll do, I will quickly go to this and then I'll click on add condition. Here you can see different conditions which I was discussing about: host, header, path, HTTP, and different options. We are going with path based routing, so I'll click on path, and then the value I'll say slash image slash star, because my index.html will be defaultly given. So slash image slash star, if it has any value like this, it should go to my target group 2. So forward it to target group 2, and then I'll click on yes. So how many conditions we can create? We have a limit here, 100 total rules we can add per load balancer, and then 5 condition values per rule. So I can add values here, conditions and values. I can add 5 per rule, 5 wildcards. This is nothing but a wildcard, right? The star which I have given it here, it means any image name can be there after this slash image slash. Okay. So this is wildcard. We can have 5 per rule and 5 weighted group targets. We can give weight to this particular targets as well, right? And then here there is one more option called as stickiness. When I say stickiness, it will stick to the particular web server only whenever we keep on sending that route, right? We can do that. For now it is off, so I'm okay with that. I'll go and quickly save it. So now this rule is also saved. So if it is having the path is having slash image slash star, it will go to TG2. If it is not having anything which is default, it will go to target group 1, right? Let me go there. Now let me grab the URL, like we have the URL for classic load balancers. The similar way we have it for this one as well, application load balancer. So this is the demo. I'll copy this DNS name and then try to open it here. Okay. So it is still not loaded because it is still processing. Let me just refresh it for some time. Okay, it is still provisioning state. It will take some more time. Okay, so now it is in active state. So now this should work. When I click on this, enter. So when I keep on refreshing it, it will go to web server 1 only, because the default settings is to go to web server 1. Now we have said, like, if the path contains slash image slash star. So star is nothing but here the name of the image, which is google.png. When I give this and I click on enter, now it should open the second web server which is having that image. So this is the image which we have downloaded from internet using wget command, and this is the image we are seeing it. So now the image, now the details are going to second web server. So this way, whenever I keep on refreshing it, it will go to this particular web server only based on the path which you have given. So every time if the path is having slash image slash star, star can be any image name, it will keep on going to the second server only. So this is how we can use application load balancer for path based routing. I hope the concept is clear to you guys. So last step would be to undo the things. So what we'll do, we will delete this load balancer which we have created, and then we will go to our target groups which we have created. We will delete the individual target groups as well. Sorry, I'll click on this actions tab and then try to delete this target group 1, and then I'll delete the target group 2 which I have created. Then we'll go to our instances, and these 2 instances I am going to terminate it using instance state and then terminate. So this way we have undo everything whatever we have done for the demo to avoid additional cost. In case you have any doubts, you can reach out to me on the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next session.